Hey guys, what is up? I miss you guys so much. Oh, I can't even tell you. Um, I feel like I've been gone for so long. I feel like I was gonna do like, I'll just put up a tiny little post. And my husband's like, okay, you need to go like a real thing. Okay, be a real person, explain the whole thing. So, where have I been? Ugh. Laying on the beach in like some tropical faraway land? No, there's no part of this Irish girl that goes out in the sun willingly. Where I have been is called real life. All right, so let's break this down. Um, Once upon a time in a land far, far away known as the pandemic, you've heard me say before, like business just was banging. Like this business was never supposed to be. It was never supposed to be a real thing. It was literally supposed to be a side hustle to my side hustle. Like maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 cups a week and kind of pad mama's little slush fund. You know what I mean? And during the pandemic, everybody was home. The world was ending. Everybody thought they needed a glitter tumbler to, bring Armageddon on. And that's what happened. And anybody who started a business, like an online business during the pandemic, and had ridiculous amount of success, you know what I'm talking about. So 21, 22, yeah, 21, 22. You've heard me say before, like absolutely slammed, anywhere from like 10 to 20 orders a day, every day. I was working 16, 18 hours a day, every day for 2 years. I missed family functions. I didn't get to do my Halloween display. Y'all, I was working on Saturdays, and Saturdays in the fall is nothing but, college football, which I was very unhappy to miss a lot of that. My Christmas tree went up 2 days before Christmas those years. You know what I mean? Just, and that was good. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm building a business. I'm so awesome. Yay, life is good. Mad stupid money that I did not save or spend wisely. Different conversation altogether. But basically, like, yeah, there's this whole sense of, I've done really good things, like not being braggy or anything like that, but just, okay, we're building something. My husband quit his job so that he could work with me because, okay, I think we've talked about before, he and I don't work very well together, but that was the idea to begin with. But even after we realized that this marriage doesn't work that way, he does. He helps me out so much. And, rinse and repeat for 2 years. Okay. So then last year kind of started slowing down, probably by about half. And most people would be like, oh my God, no. Me, I was like, thank you, baby Jesus, because I am tired. I'm tired. I'm burnt. I don't want to do this anymore. This was fun. Ride. Let me off. Okay. So cutting it down in half, let me have time to breathe for a minute, but also to get back to what my real job was supposed to be. About 2 days before the pandemic exploded, I had already turned in my notice to my employer because, as some of you may and or may not know, I run a food blog. And what a food blog is, if you're not aware, if you Google homemade lasagna recipe and all those 1,800 people come up with a recipe for homemade lasagna, I'm one of those people. I'm in there. So, basically a food blogger, develops recipes, does the posts, tips and tricks, all that kind of stuff like that, and makes, their own spin on recipes, creates recipes. And it's my heart. It's my heart, my happy place. As much as I love you guys, it's my happy place. Nobody is asking anything from you other than to serve up delicious food. And honestly, food is love, Just ask the size of my jeans. Food is love. But it is. It's a very calm, happy, natural place for me to be. So I had turned in my notice to my employer and said, my food blog is making the same amount of money that I'm making sitting in a cubicle. It's time for me to quit, start dedicating, time to growing the food blog. Did that. And literally almost overnight is when the pandemic came in and, the Tumblr business started growing, so much so that the food blog got put on the back burner. Sad face. Here comes 2023. Tumblrs are like cut in half. This gives me time to go back to what I really wanted to do. And that made me happy. Start writing new recipes, etc., etc. End of 2023, I'm starting to look at the numbers though, and I'm like, okay, tumblers are going down, but they're going down just a little too much, and it wasn't so much that there was a problem, but Etsy, when most of your business depends, or I should say relies on Etsy, you don't own any part of that. You basically are, you're renting space, for lack of a better explanation. So Etsy is going to do what Etsy needs to do to benefit Etsy. And in 2023, Etsy basically said, F you sellers, we're going to embrace all of the buyers. And so it made it harder for the sellers. In the Tumblr, world, they're putting, how do I say this, explain this, while still being nice to Etsy, because I have no bad feelings towards Etsy. They were putting people on reserve. If life got in the way and you were a little bit behind, they put you on reserve, which means they basically keep a big cut of your money until you caught up. That was a lot of fun over Christmas. If you opened a brand new store, they were putting you like on reserve immediately, stuff like that. They flipped up their algorithm to be more pleasing to buyers. So when you look for glitter tumblers, sublimation tumblers would show first because they were a much quicker turnaround and they were less expensive. And Etsy is like, we're going to show seller or buyers, the quickest stuff they can get, the least expensive stuff they can get to entice that really fast sale. Who wants to wait a month for a tumbler that's $60? Okay. So over time, and this isn't just tumblers, this is everybody. Over time, the algorithm shifted. Things that were once a bestseller now are on page 7. Things that aren't even glitter tumblers are on page 1, 2, and 3. Nothing against sublimation girls. You guys do something I certainly couldn't do. Props to you. Just laying out info. Nobody yell at me. So it shifted things to where now all of a sudden your orders are, were a comfortable less. Now they're a little bit less and a little bit less. At the same time, also watching economically, people are starting to struggle. And this is not a political thing at all. We won't get me going on anything like that. But we can see that the country is struggling. Okay. I'll just leave it at that. So I'm talking to my husband. I'm like, okay, 2024 is going to be an absolute shit show. Like, I feel like things are very uncertain and, we need to kind of start watching that. At the end of 2023, Google, who is a huge traffic driver for most food blogs, did a huge algorithm change. And a lot of people lost a lot of traffic. I was one that did not at that time. Move into the beginning of 2024, here comes another one, and they like absolutely decimated people's traffic because, excuse me, they're trying to make room for AI and the monster and the ridiculousness that is AI. If you're a fan, awesome. Me, not so much. So now traffic's going down there. Now Google or Etsy traffic is absolutely hit or miss. You know what I mean? Like, it's a complete shift. People can't put food on their table. People can't pay their bills. People are struggling everywhere just to survive. And no matter how gorgeous and beautiful our cups are, let's be real. They are usually somewhat pricey, unnecessary items. Okay. People who can afford them, awesome. A lot of people that used to come in and be like, oh, I've been saving for, a couple of weeks for one of your cups. Those people are just trying to make ends meet. Which in turn makes it very hard for people like us to make ends meet. For all intents and purposes, was I still making, or am I still making a decent living? I'm making a decent living, okay? I've gone from making ridiculous amounts of money to basically making the same amount of money as, say, a desk job. Which was fine because the food blog is still rolling around, still making its amount of money, basically like a glorified desk job. So if for all practicality, I've got 2 full-time incomes coming into the house. The problem is with tumblers, I can't count on them like I used to. I used to be able to say, oh, it doesn't matter if my numbers are up or down. I'm still making a baseline that's going to cover everything. Not a big deal. Now it is, okay, I might make $500 one day and then I won't make anything for 4 days. And by the way, I have an FPL bill, due in there and a car payment and of this and of that. You know what I mean? So for all like I said, for all intents and purposes, yeah, still making a really good living, but it's just way too sporadic. So that makes me stress, and it makes my little black heart have problems. My husband's looking for a job because the whole thing, when he started working with me, I needed him. Like I really needed him. I needed his help. I don't need him here right now. And, so he's struggling with that because what he used to do was extremely specific. He built boats. He built big luxury boats. Well, there's only one place now in the area that does that. And those people were the ones that were bought out and let 85% of the workforce go, him included, 100 years ago. So, he's struggling to find something because a lot of these places that are looking for work, they don't want somebody who's 44 years old and, would like to be paid well for what they know. You know what I mean? So it was like, okay, somebody's got to do something. We got to do something. So I went ahead and time for me to go get a job. I can do that. And I, put my resume out there, about a day went by and here comes all my little, hi, we'd like to talk to you. And there's a place right around the corner that is, obviously has a very good reputation. It's been around forever. My friend works there. She's a little psychopath like me. She's like, I'm so happy. And I said, well, if you're happy, chances are I'm going to be happy. And I walked in and went through the interview process. Okay, we're going to come back to that interview in a minute. And, got a phone call before I even pulled back in my driveway. And I was there for 2 days and I'm like, I love this place. Like it's such a good fit for me. And I thought I'd be really sad having to go out in public again. But honestly, I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. Am I struggling? Yes, I am. Very much so. I am like a week behind on Tumblr orders. I am working 40 hours a week. Basically, I sit in a cubicle and I go through about 400 accounts a day. Just click, 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 click. By the end of the day, my brain is jello. And then I have to come home and I still have my normal Tumblr, my normal Tumblr quantity. So I'm having to come home after work where I'm absolutely freaking wasted, tired. And now I have to do Tumblrs. And now here we are on the weekend and I'm doing Tumblrs and I'm staying up till 10 o'clock at night. I was supposed to go to bed early today. Do you know what time it is? 9:30. Haven't been to bed, haven't epoxied yet, have to strip out a cup real quick. You know what I mean? So we're still working to 10, 11 o'clock at night and then getting up at 6 and going and doing all of the mind melting, happy stuff and then coming home and trying to do Tumblrs. And I have not had time to come hang out with you. And I'm sorry. And I miss you. Have no idea, but I miss you. I am not touching the food blog. I think I've seen my dogs. I know they're getting fed. You know what I mean? It's just yeah. Transition. The pivot. So that's where I'm at right now. That's why I've been gone. That's why I've not been around. Y'all, let me talk to you about this job interview real quick though, okay? So here I am, all right? It is 8,000 degrees in Florida. I got my makeup on. I got the hair done. Not like this. I'm looking like a real person, okay? I've got my leopard print long sleeved, office wear on, office shirt on, because I got tattoos. Woo! Don't know exactly if those are approved yet. So I've got, everything. I got my dress pants, all right? Nails are polished. There's no glitter anywhere. There's none of this, okay? We were just looking, fancy and fly. Here I am. Hire me. I'm awesome. I'll do great things for you. We all know, especially if you follow my Facebook page, that Lola, the destructor, 1-year-old, my little Lola dog, okay? Her security blanket in life are my work shoes. Don't ask me. I don't know. Whatever. We got her. She was 10 weeks old. I don't think she's overly smart, but I love her. So my work shoes, if she's happy, she takes my shoes and walks around. If she's sad, she walks around with them. If she's scared, she grabs my shoes and walks around. You get my drift. Okay. I got to every morning or every day I'm walking around trying to find my shit. My work shoes for work now go on top of literally on top of the side, the bathroom counter nobody uses so that I don't have to hunt around for them at 6 in the morning. So here I am getting ready to go on this job interview, right? all looking fine. I can't find my shoes. I can't find my one obligatory, you know, dress flats, okay? I've worked from home for 4 years. We all see how I dress. I have cowboy boots, work shoes, and flip-flops. That's all we got going on. I have one pair of flats that like would be office wear. That's gonna go with the black polka dot shirt and the black pants. All this going on, okay? Can I find them? Nope. Did Lola take them? Yes. So here I am, okay? I have zero time. I don't know where my debit card is. I have to go. I'm already sweating off the makeup, okay? I had to go to this job interview in black polka dot shirt and underneath my dress pants, leopard print flip-flops. Nothing says trust. I'll do a great job for you, like leopard print flip-flops. So of course the girl that's interviewing me, and I already was told, you know, she's beautiful. She comes, she's all decked out, high heels, nails, she's absolutely put together, gorgeous, so sweet. And the minute she sees me, I'm like, I have to say I'm sorry for my shoes. And she looks down, she can't see them. I'm like, I didn't tell her the story, and she laughed, and that's probably how I got the job, to be honest with you. But yeah, so train wreck for all the way around. Don't worry, that hasn't changed. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to tell you what was going on. You know, it's one of those things that as much as it really didn't bother me to leave the house, at the same time, you know, it's such an uncertain economic playing field right now. And if you are going through something similar, hugs, you know, be your own hero, honey. Just be your own hero. There is nothing more stressful to me than economic peril when nothing's going right. Every bill is coming up due. There's no money. You know, you're bartering for like, you know, $10 for dog food. You know what I mean? Like, I got $10, I can get you 3 cans. You know, we're not there, but honestly, you know, yeah, like it's one of those things, like it got bad real fast. So it is what it is. You got to pivot. You know, things aren't worked out just quite yet, but at least some things are. Whatever happens is going to happen. You know, I don't know if you pray or you don't pray. I haven't for a long time, and I started again not too long ago, and you know, there's solace in that, and it's just, there's nothing you can do. At the end of the day, you do your best, and whatever works, works, and if it doesn't, then you got to try something else. So that's where we are. I am going to be back with you again soon. When? I'm not 100% sure, but honestly not too far out. Like I said, I'm like a week behind on Tumblr orders. Most people are being extremely understanding. 1 or 2, not so much. Now's not the time to really try to push me on that, I'm gonna be honest. My customer service skills are a little sketchy at the moment. All joking aside, I totally get it. I can't be mad at anybody for being mad if their cups are late. Also put in the mix the fact that our post office often will either send cups across the country with no scans whatsoever, or they will hold them. And I know this happens everywhere. I've seen so many Tumblr makers say this is happening to them as well, where the post office picks it up and doesn't scan it in for 2, 3, 4, 6 days before moving it on. And then you throw in the whole Microsoft thing on Friday. Our post office is a tiny little receiving, you know, annex receiving center. I know they got hit, so there was delays there. So it's just, you know, it's just drama for the mama. I expect I need to get caught up on what I need to get caught up on, and I'm going to be back with you guys. What we're going to be doing, I don't know. We'll figure something out. I can't think that far ahead. But like I said, probably within, like, give me like a week-ish, maybe 2. But hopefully no more longer than that. But like I said, you guys are my family. I honestly love this channel. I love all the support. I love all of you guys. We have so much fun and so many conversations. And you guys message me and leave me comments. And I absolutely love you all. And I knew that I had to sit and do this video, and I'm sorry this is going on for 20 minutes when I could have just said, hi, I got a job, bye. I think we all know by now that Heather doesn't do that. But like I said, I felt like I owed you a response. I had a responsibility to tell you exactly what it was up. So that's life. We're back where we are. Like I said, give me like another week or 2. We'll be back. We'll be doing something spangly. We'll be doing something fabulous. No idea what, but we'll be doing something. Anyway, it's hot. I have to go finish up cups. I should have been in bed an hour ago. I've got to go do all that. Anyway, I'm going to see you soon. I appreciate all of the kind words. I don't think I'm not seeing your comments. Kids, I just haven't had time to respond, but I appreciate every single one of you. So anyway, I'll be back with you guys soon. Take care. Mwah. See ya.